Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 4th episode of Girl Talk. I am your co-host, Lexi Zolo, and we have a fabulous show for you in store today. First, I'll be accompanied by Camden, Mowery, and Andrew Montana to talk about their favorite NBA team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Then Kiersten and I will be informing you on the Legends Football League, formerly known as the Lingerie Football League. And lastly, Kiersten will be keeping you up to date on the top 5 moments in sports that happened this past week, so stay tuned because it's time for Girl Talk.
Welcome back. My name is Kiersten Blaylock, and as Lexi said, we're talking the Lakers today with Andrew Montana and Camden Mowery. How are you guys doing today?
Let's go. Let's go. It's about time we talk the Lakers. I'm really excited. Thank you for having us.
You've been forcing our hands to talk about the Lakers because it's all you ever talk about. It's your only personality trait. So starting off, I want to start talking about the only Western Conference win for the Lakers, 2020. Lexi,
they're bubble champ.
Sorry, how many championships do we have? You have the number on your laptop, right? 17?
It's on my shirt. It's on my shirt.
Oh, it's on your shirt too? Yeah, 17. Yeah, so Western Conference.
What are we arguing here? Come on.
What did happen in 2020, by the way? Who did we beat in the Western Conference Finals to get to the finals?
Them Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets. Well, 2020 was the bubble year, which that was when they got their championship, and that is actually the year they traded Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, along with other draft picks for Anthony Davis. How do you guys feel about Anthony Davis? I mean, I think he's...
You want me to do it?
Go for it.
Guys, okay, I just said this in the run-through, so I'm going to do it again. All right, anytime you make a trade and you win a Super Bowl, you win a championship, you win NBA Finals, whatever it is, trade's a success. I don't care. There's people out there that are like, Brandon Ingram, he's really good. He's going to develop into a star. Lonzo Ball, when he comes back from his 8th knee injury, poor guy, by the way.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, oh, Lakers lost that trade. But they got a championship. So it's like, I don't care what happens the next couple years. I know we have some issues to work out, but like that already won. Like we're good. Got the 17th championship.
Also got to the Western Conference Finals last year, despite.
Yes. I'm sure we're going to talk about last year, but specifically 2020, that trade that went down, it's a win right now.
It is a win.
Lakers won the championship in what, year number 2 or year number 1? I forget.
Year 2 of LeBron.
Right, year 2 of LeBron, year 1 of Anthony Davis.
Yes.
So it's like, that's a win. You make that trade, first year, I get bubble year. Don't start with that. Championship.
No, that's not even a factor because we've been over this before.
People ask
I understand, but we've been over this before. The 4 teams that were in the Western Conference,
same as this
the
year.
conference finals in 2020 were the same ones that were there this year.
Crazy.
Do you think Anthony Davis will take over LeBron like the way people thought it was going to happen because of after the trade?
You want to say your answer on 3? 1, 2, 3.
No.
I knew
Let's
it.
go. I don't think Anthony Davis is going to fill the shoes of LeBron just because he does play another position. He could be the first option for the Lakers. You could also debate that he was the first option last year.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get more into him later, but Austin Reeves, I think, has the best chance of just becoming the poster child for the Lakers. He's really that guy. He's got so much upside, so much potential, and it showed. He showed flashes of it in the playoffs, in the Western Conference Finals, in FIBA. He's been fantastic for the Lakers, and I think we could look forward to an AR-AD.
Bryant, great guard.
Yeah. As long as he's not the next Bob Cousy.
Dude, I can't believe Anthony Davis's contract. He just got an extension.
How much is it?
I'm not
Bro's
sure,
making $62 million a year.
How much do we make doing this, by the way?
$0.
$0.
How many minutes you getting?
0 cents.
But yeah, no, he's like tied to the NBA now till 2028. But I mean, he's the highest paid NBA player right now.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? He's on the Lakers for
outside of Jaylen Brown, but
yeah. How old is Anthony Davis right now? Is he 30, 32?
He was drafted 2012 out of
11
Kentucky,
years, so he's probably like 20, 32, 31.
Something like that,
I'm gonna go somewhere around that age.
We don't do
we'll say
math.
32.
We're
He's
journalism
starting to get
majors.
old up there, which means if he's locked in until 2028, right? That's what you said? That's 5 years. He's going to be 36-ish by the time that's over. I mean,
how old is LeBron right now?
Like 1,000.
that don't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy is
Thanos.
Bro's G-Paw.
Thanos.
Speaking of LeBron, I want to talk about him specifically because he is the guy. He is him, to be so clear. He's been on the Lakers since when? 2018?
2019.
2019. He's still there now. He plays a big part on the team. He is the name that people recognize when you talk NBA. Give me an NBA player, 85% LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Stephen Curry.
That, well, you know, that's a different segment. But okay. So tell me about him. Let's talk LeBron. He's a big guy. He's a cool guy. He does a lot in basketball world and also outside of basketball world. He has philanthropy stuff. We're going to touch on it a little bit, not too much.
And
though.
He's an actor. Don't forget,
He
is an actor.
Great movies. House
he
Party.
Is him.
House Party. No, they wanted him to play or like to be an actor for Space Jam 2, so they had it so accurate that they made him play 18 years in the NBA to get the character as perfect as possible.
He's actually.
Is that why?
Basketball playing is a bit. He's an actor.
Really. At this point, might as well be.
Do it. Yeah, he's definitely done a lot in his career. I mean, if we're going to focus on basketball or outside of the NBA things, I don't know if you can name outside of a guy from the 90s who you guys might know, Michael Jordan, and 80s. I don't know if anybody's made a bigger impact on the sport than LeBron James. So,
yeah. No, I would agree.
He definitely also mobilized the game because I just saw this like a couple years ago that Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, they were kind of the guys who like brought life to the NBA. Yeah. Jordan made it global, but then LeBron made it mobile bars. And like now, you know, in the digital age and everything, he's giving you highlights, he's giving you accomplishments, achievements, everything you could ever want as a fan. And he also hasn't had much like backlash, like just controversy really. Outside of what, like Yabba Dabba 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 Do Old Navy.
Old Navy.
Like,
don't forget Malcolm X's book that he's reading.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's
or that he's not.
He's definitely like even like politics. He's out there, you know, putting his thoughts out there, which I think is good for the NBA. Having some guys like that can go out there and like do that without having to face backlash. So that's good. Also, love listening to you talk, by the way. Just like watching you do that. Sorry.
I think like a theme because we touched on a lot of players here, but I think a theme of like the names that we mentioned is that they are so impactful both in the sport but also outside of it, right? Because, you know, you could just be a player and, you know, you play good, you play bad. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But once you step outside of like, once you step off the court and you're making a difference in like the real world, then people start to notice you. And I think that's why he ended up like being such a big name, is because he took it off the court. So I kind of want to funnel into last year.
Last year
was a great year.
The Lakers,
fantastic year.
Ever since their bubble championship, they've been making some mistakes. I have to say it.
Every time you say bubble championship, a little light in Camden eyes just dies and it kills me.
Sigh a little bit.
Why? It's the facts.
Because
it's the
calling it
facts.
the bubble championship. It's crazy.
Oh, I see
just
what
like,
you mean.
Sorry.
I feel like the bubble year, that's history. That's history.
Like it didn't count, even though Damian Lillard, T.J. Warren, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, Jason Tatum, who else? Not Kyrie or Steph. Like everyone just decided to become Jordan, but it doesn't count.
Well, okay. Well, after they got rid of Westbrook and traded for D'Angelo Russell, Russell's been okay, but I really think Austin Reeves is going to be the breakout star.
I do as well. Do you want to touch on him? Sorry, did.
Yeah, Austin Reeves.
On him.
Pretty good. I mean, his story all throughout high school and college, going to, I believe it was Oklahoma and Wichita State. And he was undrafted, yes, correct?
I think you're right,
I believe he's undrafted, yeah. So to see a guy like that, I mean, like kind of like the Fred VanVleet role, who can have like a really big impact on a team. It's really cool to see like those undrafted guys, because there's not a lot of guys in the NBA each draft that are like impactful. You go look through the drafts, there's probably 6 or 7 guys from each draft that are impactful. And this guy was undrafted. He comes out and he makes a splash in what, year 3? Year 2?
I think it was year 2, yeah.
Year 2?
Like year 2, he like made a name for himself, and I'm pretty sure this was his year 3. Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of last season, it was like 0.3% chance of making it to the playoffs.
I'll run that by you real quick.
Yeah.
So,
throw it down.
In the first 12 games of the season last year, Lakers started 2-10, which was I'm sure
Embarrassing.
at least like bottom 3. Embarrassing. Bottom 3 in the NBA. And then when trade deadline, all that happened, we got a new team, new morale, new system, whatever. At the end of the Minnesota Timberwolves game to secure the 7th seed in the play-in. I don't know if you guys remember, like, having watched it. It was ridiculous. Yeah, like, we were on FaceTime. Oh, my gosh. I was out of my mind.
Did we all watch it together?
I don't remember.
I think I was on FaceTime, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely on FaceTime. But regardless, Coach Ham put on a whiteboard, like, 0.3%, referring to the start of the season with the 2-10 record. That was our percent chance of making the playoffs. Not even the Western Conference Finals, not round 2, not any, like, just the playoffs. And there they were.
Right. I mean,
and then the social media team ran with that number. They said, playoffs, check this, 0.3%.
Shove it down your throat. That's all you get to hear. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about Russell Westbrook. Is that where that was going? Talking about how bad of a acquisition. Yeah. So what I will say is I don't want to throw hate at Russ because he is a good player. I just think it didn't work. Like, the fit didn't work. Russ isn't washed. He played fine for the Clippers in the playoffs. Like, he had good games when the other stars were hurt. So Russ, fine. just didn't work on the Lakers. That's unfortunate.
No, and you can see in years past when he's the first option on a team, even though he was with prime Paul George, prime Bradley Beal, but they're not as ball dominant as, you know, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kawhi, Paul George, debatably. When he's the first option, that's when he shines. When he was the first option in the Clippers, in the playoffs when Kawhi and PG were hurt, he dropped like what, 27 and 7 probably, something like that.
Phil would check this, but
yeah,
I'm pretty
Phil
sure
can
he had
fact
like 30 in a couple of the games.
I think he did
definitely dropped 30
to
in
30
a
at
game.
least, but he, you know, he shined. He just wasn't efficient at all on the Lakers. There was a 3-19 game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he definitely
percentage.
had his rough stretches, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's had some okay games too.
Yeah, he was good off the bench for the Lakers, though. I will
Yes.
say that.
When he was the guy.
Okay.
No.
Do you guys feel better? You got it out of your system?
There's still so much to talk about.
Okay, well, tell everybody really quick, why should they be a Lakers fan?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That is what the lower third says. It's ... LeBron
Why? Because why
James.
not? Like, I mean, I get it. People are gonna think of you as a bandwagon, but like,
But
you
be a
get to-
bandwagon.
You also get
It's a
cool
bandwagon
shoes.
for a good team.
you get to root for LeBron James. I mean, when he's gone, you'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Camden. Thank you, Andrew. I had so much fun. I'm sure Lexi had fun.
Oh, yeah.
We will be right back. Don't go anywhere because we're going to talk about some women playing tackle football.